What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Grr-Must-Errd Gaming. I hope you're all doing well. I'm recording this the day after American Thanksgiving, so anyone that's seeing this that's just had a holiday, I hope you've had a good break. I hope you're stoked on going into your weekend. Now, recently I've finished up Lords of the Fallen 2 playthroughs, one in full co-op, one solo. Lies of P, 3 full playthroughs to do full achievement hunting for the entire game. And coming out of playing both of those games, I just really wanted to experience something kind of new in the Souls-like genre space. And Steelrising is a game I actually bought very shortly after its release and was incredibly interested in, and for some odd reason I put it down. And usually when I put a game down, it's because I've started playing something else. So this game fell to the wayside for quite a while, and I just got back from a little getaway, and I didn't have access to my PC or my consoles, and I brought my portable consoles with me. I played this on handheld right up until where we are now, and we're just heading into the end of the game, so I figured I'd start recording, and we can talk about Steelrising, and we can talk about Lies of P and Lords of the Fallen a bit, and just where they stand in the kind of the idea of Souls-like games, the genre. How good are they? And what really makes a great Souls-like game? And you know, I had a lot of canned things to say about Lords of the Fallen, and given it was kind of earned. I think Lords of the Fallen has a huge amount of potential that can be lived up to throughout its cycle of continuing to be refined. The devs are obviously working hard on it. My experience with it wasn't very good though, and I would say it could have used a year delay, if not 6 months, kind of bare minimum, and it could have been the best Souls-like ever made. Now, Lies of P, in my opinion, is the best Souls-like ever made, and I'm an avid Remnant 2 fan. Remnant also. I'm actually have a playthrough on Chronos Before the Ashes going, which I don't know when I'll get back to it. I've been playing that game for a while, just bit by bit, picking it up just for a little bit of time when I do. So I've played all those. I don't actually really classify them as Souls-likes because of the nature of the combat, and it's like a shooter with Souls mechanics, but it's not quite the same. Now, jumping back into this game, jumping back into Steelrising, this is a phenomenal entry. This is such a good game. How on earth did I ever put this game down? I am trying to figure that out. I'm trying to figure out what the hell pulled me away from this, because at this point, I am enjoying this thoroughly. And I don't know what to say. Like, it's a really, really well-made game. It's got really neat mechanics that set it apart, like things like Lies of P that made Lies of P so amazing and different. This game has stuff like that, not to an extent. Like this isn't as good as Lies of P in my opinion. Lies of P is the standout, just because it's so well made and it is so deep. This game again, and I've said it about Lords of the Fallen, that it's a lot more of like an action RPG, and I kind of maintain that as my view. Again, like I said, if they'd have really cleaned up Lords of the Fallen, and they were able to, and a lot of times you can't delay, you can't do that. I read a really great article about the director from Immortals of Avium. It's a first-person shooter that came out from EA recently, a game I will play. I'll probably get it. I have some connections at EA, thanks if they ever watch this. I don't think they get to my channel often, but yeah, very close friends, and I get hooked up with EA games for staff costs and stuff like that, because EA is a great publishing house in that sense, and they do that. So I'll get to that, but the developer was saying releasing a game in this year is almost like it's, you're up against all of it, and sometimes you can't just delay out because of your marketing commitments and the cost of marketing. can't just do these things. Like, sure, you want to, and it might be best, but like the financial deficit you can find yourself in from doing that could be atrocious. So you have to release, and it's understandable, and that might be why Lords couldn't push out. Because to be honest, any game that has to be updated, and if you've seen any of my streams or any of my content, any game that has to be updated as much as Lords of the Fallen did, like, is not ready for launch. That game is not ready to see the light of day. Again, like, if they could have, it would have been great, and a lot of my problems with that game are, like, my own, right? The problems I had trouble with, all the other things, very much so, like, my issues, and it would have been the best, but unfortunately that didn't happen, so that's where we were. And that's where, like, almost, like, this game, to me, I have had a way better experience with this than I have Lords of the Fallen. And if you haven't played this, and you're a big fan of Soul genres, I really recommend you get Steelrising and you give it a go. The variety in weapons, the way they work, the different mechanics, the overheat mechanic, the cooling mechanic, this is a great game. And these guys did such a good job putting it together, and it's actually, like, it runs clean, it runs smooth. I played this, like, really close to launch, like, right after launch, and it was smooth then. And it's not exactly a small game. You know, it kind of is a small game in the sense that, like, the areas aren't that huge, but you find yourself going back and using these different areas over and over and over again, and kind of, like, the side quests in this game are pretty deep, and the world, moving around the world, and, alright, how do I get over to this? I just gotta make that jump. I feel like I gotta land on that. Yep. Oh no. Okay, we'll do that again and get that. The world is so well done. I laughed my entire playthrough of Lords of the Fallen because it's like, I don't know who got paid to do it or what it was, but, like, you know how, like, shortcuts are such a big part of a Souls-like game and the way they work and how you use them and what they can do for you? Lords of the Fallen has so many shortcuts that are completely unnecessary. It's a joke. And this game is a good example of, like, shortcuts that are so purposeful and so useful and thoughtfully placed, and they rotate and they're used throughout different aspects of entering different side quests and stuff. They did a great job, and another reason that, like, you know, I think I'm also fortunate to have stepped back into this game now because, like, this game is a great experience. It's an absolutely fantastic experience, and I'm having such a blast with it, and I'm kind of glad I waited, because a lot of the times a game gets put down by me because other games step in and take place. Now, one other thing is, if we talk about it, when I am working, my time to play games is pretty limited. I work a lot. I work in the film industry, and I am busy when I'm working, so I know I was playing this game when I was busy with work. This guy is just schooling on me. Nice. So that could be a huge part of it, right? Like, I really have to pick and choose what I'm playing, and if a better one comes along and something that finds my focus, it's kind of like a death sentence for a game for a bit. But with this year, it's been so great. We've had, like, the most amazing year, and the industry's been shut down, so I've been focusing on my YouTube. I've been working on making better content, doing better videos, and kind of, I'm finding a rhythm, and I'm really enjoying where I'm at, and I hope people are also. But I've come back to this game now, and I'm just like, how on earth did I ever put this down? Like, this game is actually fantastic. Like, it's really, really good. So I recommend you check it out. And I'm really happy that, kind of, like, you know, what needs to be content, what needs to be played. Like, I do want to go back and do Sekiro and do Bloodborne and potentially Elden Ring cleaner on the channel moving forward. But there's still new games coming out. Like, Avatar's Frontier of Pandora is my next big release that I'm focused on for the channel. And then streaming wise, I've still got, we haven't played it in forever, but Starfield is a massive focus for me. And Alan Wake 2 is the primary focus on streaming right now. Alan Wake 2 is, like, look at this. Look at the level design. Like, it is good. This game is very, very good. And the world ties together really well. Kudos. Big kudos to the development team and everything. Anyway, so I've got these different games on the go here. and they're a focus, but Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora are going to come up. Then I get to kind of look at some other stuff, and I do want to get back into more horror gaming. You know, with Alan Wake 2 being such a good survival horror, I'm really interested in playing Alien Isolation and Resident Evil Biohazard, which I haven't yet. So, oh, come on, get that hit, get that hit. There's a lot going on right now that I'm very excited and very looking forward to get back into. Again, the Arkham series, Arkham Knight, is a game I really want to play, and I think it's a good time to put that up on the channel with the impending release of. How is it going to be perceived? Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League could not go over that great. However, it could go over fantastically. We can't really tell. But the impending release of that game is a game that tells me that it's, it lets me know that it's kind of a good time to step back into the Arkham series and buzz up some of the hype, get used to their games again, and just enjoy what they made, because they made fantastic games. And one of the games I actually want to play in the Arkham series too is the one that Rocksteady didn't do, the one done by Splash Damage, Warner Brothers, Montreal. And Arkham Origins is criminally underrated in my opinion. Again, yes, nowhere near as good as Asylum, City, and Night with what Rocksteady gave us, but it is a great game. So that's a game I also want to revisit too. And with so much going on and the potential to play so much, and kind of this massive AAA year ending, these opportunities are all present now. So I am so happy. One of the first games I went back and stepped into is Steelrising, and I'm gonna finish this up. And this game sits really high on my list, honestly, really, really high, and I really appreciate stepping back into it after, you know, I did 2 full playthroughs of Lies of P before Lords of the Fallen came out. Then Lords of the Fallen came out and took all my attention for 2 full playthroughs. And in those 2 playthroughs, where are we going here? In those 2 playthroughs, I was so angered by so many things, and so many of the mechanics didn't work for me. I just felt the game was very rushed and very broken. I went back actually after I finished, and I played through another run of Lies of P, which, oh, there we go, that's where I'm headed. Which, again, just reminded me how absolutely phenomenal that game is. And coming out of that, I was kind of like, well, I do need to do something different, and I'm not quite ready to play more Lords of the Fallen. I'm very excited for going back to Lords of the Fallen and cleaning it up and doing all the side quests and finding everything that game kind of has. Is there nothing down here? Oh, am I getting myself stuck? Uh-oh. Oh god, I might have done a big boo-boo there. And really playing more of that game, because it is so much potential that was, I think, squandered because, you know, they had to get it out, and the devs are definitely working on it. Like I said, any game that has to get updated that much is not done. You have not made your game complete. So when that is ready, I look forward to returning to it and playing through it and really better seeing what the envisioned game was, you know. But for now, we're gonna keep running around, and we're gonna backtrack, and we're gonna get some time to play some games that have been on the radar. And I also have Forgive Me Father is a game I'm gonna chew through. I'm gonna get going on that and get through it, because Forgive Me Father was brilliant, and there's so much out there. Now I'm at a point where it's I feel very comfortable going back and revisiting games and putting them on the channel and having the way I play there in these fantastic worlds for you to see. It's a really happy time coming out of the best year gaming has seen in a long time, and how fortunate I've been to experience most of those games firsthand. As well, I'm gonna pick up and play through a lot of that stuff as it kind of hits my shelf, and as I pick it up. I recently bought on the Black Friday sales, I picked up Atlas Fallen. I'm going to play that co-op with Hempman, who, if you've seen on my channel, if you look into it, we've been playing. Oh, nice. This is great. Yeah. The Vestige. Vestal. So yeah, we're gonna play that, and then a game I really want to get is Forspoken. After playing Hogwarts Legacy, I really want to check out Forspoken. I really like the idea of doing all the magic there. I don't have enough of anything really, so we'll just keep pushing. We'll just get our reset on the healing. But that's another one big on my list. And then there are some others, and I've held off. I did pick up the DLC for Horizon Forbidden West, and I have a lot of work I want to do in Horizon Forbidden West. Another game that I think they just went a little bit too hard on some features that weren't necessary. Oh yeah, that guy's gonna be fun. But like, geez, the world in that game. I started playing that obviously right before Elden Ring came out, and it released 2 weeks before Elden Ring. And when Elden Ring came out, nothing else existed. There was no point in being a video game at that point. But going back to it after I'd kind of put 200 hours into Elden Ring, I think I was, yeah, almost. I think I did 190 hours into Elden Ring. What do you got going? That hit. Last one. Yeah, going back, and like everyone praised the world of Elden Ring so much, and yeah, it is vastly different and does have so much more going on to it. But the world of Horizon was, dude, Forbidden West. Wow, that is one of my favorite video game worlds ever, and they did such a good job. And the thing about Forbidden West that I couldn't get behind is that I really felt like they convoluted the yeah, I think convoluted is the right word. The weapons and the upgrades and the way, like, there was way too much. You had to switch your fucking weapons up and do this. Like, I don't know if the game has loadouts yet. If it had loadouts, that'd be great. But it's like, I felt like you had to do way too much weapon swapping in order to approach different situations. And to me, that was kind of annoying. And that was the one thing. But like, beyond that, like, what a phenomenal game. And again, launching up against Elden Ring with anything is hard. But I am excited to go back. I want to track down all the legendary gear. I want to get into the DLC and experience what they did. Like, what was the Frozen Wilds was the first Horizon DLC, and it was like, hello, one of the better DLCs ever made, ever made, for sure. No contest in my opinion on that one. And I do look forward to being able to get at that. So yeah, we have so much on the go. We have so much in the future. I think I'm finding a better rhythm with like what I want to upload, how to play through a game and record it, and then put it all up on the channel to be a bit more cohesive and enjoyable content. Much more enjoyable content for people is the idea. Like, this video is more about chatter, and as we get further into the Bastille and I finish this out, I'll put it on the channel. I do not see myself ever re-recording or going back through in a New Game Plus to play this through again. I would, like I mentioned earlier, I would really like to do Sekiro. I would really like to do a Sekiro playthrough for the channel. Sekiro is one of the best Souls-likes ever. Well, it's not even Souls-like, it is a Souls game. It is a From game, and it is so phenomenal. It's not even funny, and that's big on the list, but again, focus is kind of lying upon Avatar Frontiers of Pandora coming up, Alan Wake 2 getting finished, continuing to play, forgive me Father, continuing to play Starfield, which I do love. I love a Bethesda game no matter what. They're very cathartic to me. I just, the gameplay loop is addictive in my opinion on those guys. And like I did mention, pushing into a New Game Plus run of Lords of the Fallen is something I'm really going to pay close attention to, because that's going to be a good one. Whoa, that hit! That was a good hit, buddy. Good hit, big dog. And I don't think I have anything else to say, except really, if you have not played this game, consider getting it. Consider trying this out. If you are a Souls fan, it is huge on my list. I'm not gonna lie, I actually bought it on the Steam, the Black Friday sale, the autumn sale they call it on Steam, and I gifted it to Hetman, who is actually my nephew, and we play everything together. And I was like, I really hope he jumps into it. If he hears this, yeah, I really hope he play it. I got it from, it's actually kind of, I'm not gonna lie, it's like a big part of his Christmas present. He's not getting a ton of shit for Christmas, but that's it. And with the sale, it was on like 20 bucks on the autumn sale. get this freaking game and play it, and it is just good. Not to mention, it actually is impressive looking. Like, it is a gorgeous game. I've been playing it on Steam Deck non-stop. Here we go, the Bastille. Perfect timing. This is it. I think we're going into a pretty crazy boss fight here. And anyways, like I jump into it, play it, get this game, pick it up. It is really worth having in your catalog. If you are a big Souls fan and you haven't done it yet, get it done. It's a great game. A really worthy entry. In fact, on my list as Souls-like, again, I don't classify the Remnant games there because of their style. They're a whole different thing to me. And I absolutely, Remnant 2 is my game of the year. Nothing is going to beat that. Massive fan of that game. Beyond that, though, I think as far as Souls-likes go, right now, if I were to just to name the few, it's like Lies of P is the top. This is actually second place. Steelrising right now is second place. Lords of the Fallen would probably hold a third. Mortal Shell coming in probably fourth. Ashen is actually, you know what? I gotta put Ashen as Jesus. Ashen is a hard tie for second, even third place. It definitely beats Lords of the Fallen right now. Whereas when Lords of the Fallen is rounded, it'll take it out. And then yeah, Ashen sits above Mortal Shell, and then Mortal Shell, and beyond that, you know, I know there's many more and stuff, but I'm not going to list. Those are the ones that really hit it for me, and again, Remnant doesn't belong on that list. So let's go take a peek around the corner. I think this is going to wrap this up. This whole little gameplay thing is just to chat about this fantastic game and let you know how I feel about it, and then coming out of Lies of P and Lords of the Fallen, and if you're looking for a really good Souls-like to play and you haven't tried Steelrising,
from now on I will have to do without a carriage. The Bastille is to the south of the Temple.
Oh yeah, I think we're at the end here. I think we're getting close to just the end. We're done. But yeah, check out Steelrising. Get in it. If you're not, consider subscribing. Join the community here. I am Brother Mustard. This is Grr-Must-Errd Gaming. I play a lot of video games. I am savage. What goes up on the channel is the stuff I really like. I generally do mostly like my full playthroughs of games. Like I said, I've found a groove. I like what I'm doing right now with the content and how it's building up. I'm hoping that as we move forward in Remnant, we're going to see some more builds. Hopefully with the Awakened King, we'll be able to do some tips and tricks and secrets with that. I know it's been out for a week. I missed the launch of that. The devs really messed up, and the launch went really terrible. Basically broke co-op, and I want to play that game in co-op. So hopefully we'll get some good stuff for that up on there. And as we look at DLCs for Lies of P and other games, we'll keep bringing them in and hopefully be able to do some really cool build stuff and farming stuff for people if they're into that. So join the community, stick around for it all. We're here for all the games. We're loving it. Adios.